think you've got anger management issues. Just think about the Hulk. Poor Bruce Banner's got so much going on that he always has to remind us, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Well, the angry green giant has a lot of memorable quotes, but one of the best things about him is his transformation process. And that's exactly what I'm giving you today with my top 10 Hulk transformations in the movies.
It was as if she and the knife.
We all know that the past can trigger all kinds of feelings, and I'm sure Eric Banner's memories as the Hulk would probably just make him even more angrier. Well, at least it's a cult hit now, right? Yeah? Anyway, the scene in question is when Bruce is captured by Talbot and he remembers an unpleasant memory involving his dear mommy. That's enough for him to transform into his monstrous self, and I've got to admit that it's a little funny to see him behave like a little baby after he breaks out of his confinement and throws a tantrum. The look on Talbot's face pretty much sums up how anyone would feel after seeing a CGI monster from a time when Justin Timberlake was still a thing. Not that I'd ever say it to his face or anything like that, but come on. The Hulk does look like that cranky baby meme here, only much greener.
Puny human.
Contact. Who would have thought that Loki and Hawkeye worked so well together? No, I'm not talking about the Disney Plus shows here. This is when the God of Mischief accidentally plays himself and reveals his intentions to awaken the Beast, aka the Hulk, inside the S.H.I.E.L.D. aircraft. Just admit it, Tom, we all know you were trying to impress Natasha, right? Anyway, a brainwashed Hawkeye manages to put that plan to action, and the following explosions trigger a very scary transformation. Just like a Black Widow. Even she's pissing her pants, so that's gotta spell bad news. Bruce does his best to fight the other guy, but it's no use, and the MCU Hulk makes his first proper appearance. It was a nice touch to show the process in a darkened background to make it look more sinister, and the chase scene after that had everyone's heart racing. Maybe that's why Scarlett Johansson became such a huge simp after that. When someone challenges your authority, you gotta show them who's the boss, right? That's exactly what Edward Norton's version of Bruce Banner decided to do after the evil abomination came to life. Of course, he does need some lady luck by his side, so he drops off after getting a little smooch from Betty. Now, Bruce did just consume a lot of monster-suppressing antidotes before this, so it was never gonna be a smooth ride, but it was funny to see the transformation fail mid-fall. Luckily, the Beast does wake up in time, and Hulk kicks off an epic fight with his opponent that would put any WWE Rumble to shame. Actually, you know what? I just noticed something too. The first 3 entries of this list cover all 3 cinematic versions of the Hulk. Not that I'm trying to toot my own horn here or anything like that. You know, I just think I'm something of a multiverse myself.
You wanted to know who I am?
I'm sure you probably noticed that I followed up the Edward Norton entry with the Mark Ruffalo scene that took inspiration from it. You could even say that this is an Easter egg within another Easter egg, kind of like Deadpool if he was the lead star of Inception.
16 walls.
Anyway, Valkyrie has a hard time with Fenris because the stupid dog won't die, so Bruce decides to become everyone's savior and pulls off an impressive dive. The landing though, well, that wasn't so impressive, but at least it got everyone laughing, didn't it? I mean, even the giant wolf monster checked up on him before going ahead with his attack, and then we get a very green money shot of Hulk roaring into our faces. It's the suddenness of everything that really makes this scene work, and props to Taika Waititi for that. This scene's just as good of an entrance as it is a transformation, and I think we all know about that awesome fight that follows.
Don't stop, you moron! Just for once in your life, don't smash!
Big monster!
Talbot, yeah? You're making me
Man, This Talbot guy was so annoying and forgettable that I don't even mind him getting his butt kicked. After a brief confrontation with Bruce, Talbot decides to flex some of his own fighting skills, but all he ends up doing is awakening his opponent's beast. No, not the one in his pants, but rather the one in his spare pants. Get it? Because his pants don't even tear when he transforms. Alright, anyway, Bruce gives him the iconic line where he says, "You're making me angry." But the idiot doesn't know how to take a hint, so the Hulk slowly transforms with some shaky camera movement and sends Talbot flying away. Also, it was a nice touch to make him grow even bigger as he got angrier with the bullets firing at him. I'm surprised he didn't smash the puny humans into little bits, but I guess there's only so much you can actually put in a PG-13 movie. I find it hilarious whenever Bruce tries to warn his attackers about triggering the nuclear Avenger inside him. The funniest instance of this was when he was getting attacked by some local workers and he tries his best to make them understand his situation in Spanish. I mean, you can't really blame the dudes for attacking him after he totally massacres the language. And then, well, we all know what happens, don't we? This transformation scene had a great horror vibe to it as the Hulk slowly grabs his victims from the darkness and even spits out a shoe as if he's a hungry T-Rex. But yeah, I did quite like the idea of having him appear from the shadows while not completely showing himself to the audience. You know what, I actually wonder if Robert Pattinson's Batman took inspiration from this. To be fair, they do share the same first name.
Milwaukee. The man drank one of those Guarana sodas. Guess it had a little more kick than he was looking for.
We all like to make fun of older CGI in animation, but I'd say that the Hulk's first ever cinematic transformation did actually look realistic. It kicks off when Bruce is in the middle of searching for his dad, and then he gets triggered by, well, at this point, there's no end to what might tick off the greenie meanie. The transformation is slow, it is scary, and it's exactly what the Hulk is supposed to be about. Yeah, I know Smart Hulk is all funny and stuff like that, but we don't want to see a bodybuilding beast take selfies with kids now, do we?
Green. Did you get that?
We want Hulk to smash! And smash he does as he breaks through the facility and finally reunites with his father. It is a touching scene at first, but then we learn that Daddy's been naughty. And then the anti-hero makes a dramatic escape. You know what? Maybe I could have phrased that one a little bit better.
Take it! Take it all!
Gotta say, poor Bruce has a seriously hard time with his love life, right? He can't even do the nasty with Betty because he can't get too excited. See, that was why he transformed in the university ground, not because of some stupid nerve gas attack. The frustrated Romeo kicks things off by slamming his hand against the glass as if he's Rose from the Titanic. Well, that does make a lot of sense given the context of this entry. Anyway, he makes a grand entrance after smashing through his confinement and takes on General Ross's entire squad with minimal effort. Yeah, Blonsky does try to put up a fight after getting injected with some super soldier serum, but did he really think he could face off against the freaking Hulk just because he's become a wannabe Captain America? Come on, bro, that's John Walker's job. Oh, well, at least it used to be.
I'm bringing the party to you.
I'm always angry.
We live in a world where everyone's got their own dirty little secrets. As for Bruce Banner, he is a much simpler guy. After the Avengers find themselves backed up against the corner while facing off against Loki's Chitauri army, Iron Man doesn't do them any favors when he brings a massive Leviathan towards them. Luckily, that's when Bruce arrives in a teeny tiny little itty bitty scooter looking super adorable. That cuteness slowly turns to rage when Steve Rogers asks him to get angry.
Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
And Bruce gives us all the secrets to his success. I'm always angry. He instantly turns into the Hulk after that in an awesomely shot transition and takes down the Leviathan with just one blow. And that's the kind of power that would put even One Punch Man to shame. Speaking of which, can we get an animated Hulk series on Disney Plus, please? It's not often that you see a de-transformation top one of these lists, but to be fair, Bruce does change into the Hulk before he goes back to being Bruce. This of course after Mr. Blue straps him down and triggers his inner demon so that he can activate the antidote to suppress the giant. It is a tense scene and the process looks intense as we can see Bruce's bones cracking as he turns green. Yeah, I don't even think Kim Kardashian's controversial bone density would have fared any better. Luckily, Betty's an expert when it comes to girl on top, so she manages to keep him calm till the antidote does its thing. I mean, it really was a gruesome moment to watch, and the background score really added to the tense vibes, although the whole thing just turned out to be a waste, as you would have already seen in entry number 8. And there you go. Those are my top 10 Hulk transformations in the movies. Head over to the description to get exclusive access to my socials and let me know in the comments if you want me to cover transformation scenes for other characters too. Okay then, I'll see you next time on the TV Regent.